collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus.
All right. Oh, and we have a fourth screen, Superweb.
Fourth screen?
I didn't know Anthony could count that high, but all right. Yeah, good job. I was waiting for the one finger count, but that's all right.
Us flappy heads can count past 3.
No, you can't. It's like 1, maple syrup, leaves, flappy head, Celine Dion, 4. Okay.
No, then 2.
Don't forget geese.
Sorry,
Don't forget Justin Bieber is their fault too.
Yeah, so
He's
then
from
2.
Canada.
Yes, but they also give me Shania Twain.
Snowstorm, Shania Twain.
Okay, I can go with that.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Like
Henry Carr? Oh, my goodness.
3.
I mean, Jim Carrey too.
What else? If there's something in the water, there's probably something in the syrup.
There's syrup in the water.
Yeah. There's syrup is the water.
You twist the tap, and there's an uncomfortably long delay before it starts.
just
Cold
syrup.
molasses dripping out of a jar.
And as it's coming out, it just whispers, hockey, hockey.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Teletran 2. It's Teletran After Hours. Do you know where your children are?
The children are
Again, you sound like you're talking to a tin can.
I have not had a chance to set up to analyze exactly what happened in a microphone. It's 4 days of work and then 18 days of snowstorms, all within the same week.
Yeah.
Oh, so you might felt some sort of way about that picture I sent you today.
Oh, no, that was funny. That was funny.
The snowstorms where everything except my remote work shut down.
Yeah, I was staying with a friend, and she's got a balcony overlooks a little lake with the palm trees, lining it. It was about 77 degrees, partly sunny. No problem.
No problem.
The sun makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I would have melted. There has to be a happy medium. I can't do Florida heat.
Well, that's good.
It's not too bad during the spring.
During spring? What are you talking about? It's only like 2 weeks long.
Well, that sounds
I just
like
know
us.
that's when I would mainly go to Florida as a kid with spring break. So.
Well, that sounds like us where we are. Is just like, come to Toronto, Canada. I mean, it's not too
during
bad
the summer
for like the 3 weeks of summer. The rest of the year.
Yeah, North Dakota's the same way. I went there as a kid when my dad was working out there. My mom refused to move out there. 20-foot snow
There's
drifts.
nothing there.
Oh, I agree. There is nothing out there. It's great during the summertime. Because I remember the one day it got in the 90s, everybody else was dying, and I was like, yeah! Every other day when it was in the 80s and 70s, I had a lightweight jacket on. And everybody was looking at me like I was nuts. All the local kids. This is not summer weather.
That's too easy. It's too easy.
Oh, what's that? The low-hanging fruit? Oh, no. Skywarp's too good for that. Whatever.
I hope my family rules don't hang down to my feet.
You know what? Before we get into everything this evening, Mr. Magnus, Impactor has on video proven that he has friends.
What? He paid someone. He paid someone.
Yeah, I find it ironic that he said, oh yeah, I've got friends, and then the next line was, "Hey, my snow shoveling has become quite lucrative."
Yeah.
There's a correlation there.
You know, difference between friends and coworkers. You know, at a certain age, you're like, I work with you. We're not friends.
Yeah.
It's the
Check
difference
the
between
video
an
of last
actual
time.
wife
You know
versus
what?
a work wife.
So this is how I like to prove what friends are. Right now, our main bridge is out. So for the group that I normally hang out with to get to my house or for me to get to their house, it's a 45-minute drive, whereas normally it's 12 minutes because we have to go to the other bridge, which comes in on the east side of Owensboro, drive all the way around the bypass. Uh, I have probably 8 or 10 good friends that will still come over here just to play cards and have a drink. And vice versa. I will go to their houses. But I do have a few of them. They're like, man, I don't know if it's worth the drive to come all the way out there.
They don't love you like your other
Mm,
friends do.
Like, what you do is
Now,
you bring a
now,
ramp with you and you jump the bridge.
yeah, now I see where you said in the tier. But let the storm blow some shingles off their house, and oh, my good friend Bill.
I can attest that that bridge being out sucks.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it was supposed to be opened 2 days before my wedding.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There was a lot of political BS going on with it. Tariffs shut down a lot of it because once they got into the getting of it, they found a lot more damage than they were looking for. Okay, but then the epoxy coated steel is not something you can get in America,
Oh, interesting.
and so that drove the price of what they bid up.
Wow.
And they're like, "Hey, we can get it, but somebody's got to pay for it." Where's the money coming from? And the state's like, "Y'all bid it at this price." Yeah, but we didn't bid this part of it. So the state fought with them, and it's a whole big nasty thing. It's supposed to be the end of this month now. It's going to be back open, but we'll see.
Wow.
We've been hearing that for 4 months.
Ugh.
It'll be the end of October. It'll be the
I,
end
I,
of
I
November.
don't
It'll be
see
the
them
end of
finishing it
December.
in this weather. Usually up north, when they were working on roads or bridges or something, they'd said it'd get done in January, and you really didn't get done until like April once the weather warmed up a little bit.
At what point are you just like, all right, what is this made out of? Do we have the materials? Can I go out there and fix it myself?
Nope.
Yep. Yeah, that
Codes,
makes me
baby.
think. Like I think
Codes.
'04 in Virginia, there was some hurricane that like it was Hanover County 301 side, Route 301 side, and there was like bridges and sinkholes everywhere. And if anyone had to go to the courthouse, they just canceled a bunch of people's tickets because there was hardly any way you could get there in less than like 2 or 3 hours. So people that would normally take 10 or 5 or 10 minutes to get to the courthouse, they're like, yeah, it's not even worth the hassle.
What you playing with there, Spin?
Oh, that's
Oh,
Oh, that
I thought maybe you had your ones that I sent you.
Oh, not yet. So it's
Oh,
not
no.
was that the Amazon special edition or the original solo release?
what I found in Walmart.
Okay,
I'm
the
gonna drop
one
those
also
off
the solo
when we meet
release
up
then.
at the toy show in 2 weeks. I got them. I got them right here.
Yeah, he
We're
was
gonna
one
be
of my
meeting up in two
favorite
weeks, and I'll
toys
pass them
last
off
year.
then.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah.
Just holding the orange characters as we were, referencing
Oh yeah.
orange
Yeah.
from
Meanwhile, I
last
flip this
stream.
guy back and forth between modes on stream. Same with this guy. So I've just
Short
been.
shot.
These will be my next write-ups.
Awesome.
Venom.
Sandstorm's one of
Please
those
don't
few
sue me,
G1 characters I
Marvel, for
don't
saying
have.
Venom, even though this Venom predates yours.
Oh yeah, like
Orange. Orange, 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 orange.
my next
I
review
got
is
your oranges.
Fugitive Wasp, and they had to name the toy Fugitive Waspinator like his beast body that he didn't have yet because Marvel
Oh,
has
from
to
the
walk on the name Wasp because of Ant-Man and the Wasp.
yeah, wave one of Age of the Primes.
Hmm.
Well, while we're showing off, I got one.
Oh, okay. What is that exactly? It's very thin.
These are the new floor mats for my truck.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that font.
Oh, the
Nice.
Autobot.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Man, I need some of those for Cliff Jumper.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
Just so it's
Uh,
very clear what he is.
They were like $15 on Temu.
Hmm.
Now they are one size fits most,
Okay.
so it's not like you get to type in your vehicle and it goes, oh yeah, it's got all the little clips and everything in it for it to snap right in.
Right. So, toy work, you mentioned heading out to a toy show today, and plus you had a review from last week that we didn't get a chance to jump into. Did you find anything cool today?
There was a lot of cool stuff there. The Fort Myers show with the Florida Toy Show conventions are always really good. Just nothing up my alley that I saw, except for I just was it $14 for the original Spot 7 Up
Oh,
Spot.
the 7-Up
Nice.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was only like $14, and I was like, I played this on Genesis, but I never knew it even had a Nintendo cartridge, so I bought that so I can play that on
Just like the
Nintendo.
last time you showed this off, any NES game you can find for $14, you should probably just grab on site on general principle for that
Mhm.
Are
small
they
amount.
are they more expensive up there? Because that's about the going rate for like a loose cartridge like this. 10,
Really?
10, 15
Has the
Wow.
bucks.
market stabilized? Because the reputation for a long time was retro video game prices are insane.
Well, I mean, they are if they're boxed. Like
Ah,
all the original packaging, the instructions are really important, all that kind of stuff. The dust sleeve.
oh, okay.
All
So I
right,
guess it
so
can be reasonable if you just
Just sleep. Just give it a blow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
do what now? Oh,
Make that game cartridge very, very happy
That's right.
Hmm.
for BJ.
all right. My reveal. Tyco slot cars. These
Ooh.
are Fox body
Yes.
Ford Mustangs, but they have a secret because they are Transformers, and I really haven't figured out how to get the head. The head actually pops up. I
Yeah,
haven't
it's like
figured
a
that part out
prowl
yet.
head.
But I bought these for the collection, and of course, I'm thinking like, what else would look better for the collection? Maybe if I had one on card.
Nice.
So, I got to thinking about that too. I was like, what else would look better in the collection? How about the entire set?
Oh God.
Nice.
Hmm.
I actually overpaid for this because these boxes are really hard to find in good shape, and they aren't all taped up with duct tape, because usually when kids bought these slot car sets,
That's what you stored it in.
yeah, that's what you stored it in, but then the box would start to go, so people would tape the crap out of the boxes, and the ends would get all flapped out and stuff, and they'd fade. Yeah, this box is in really, really beautiful shape, so it'll look really good in the Transformer cases once I uncover them for the year.
Bit of wiki trivia about those two car transformers. The Autobot is called Natron, and the Decepticon is called Freezon. It doesn't say that anywhere on the box or packaging, but the original TV commercials named them both as that.
Interesting.
The original TV commercial did?
Yeah, the television commercial, like with Victor Crowley and everything narrating.
Huh.
No, that thing that exists in the 80s and
Do
90s
they
and
have any
early
logos on
2000s
them?
before streaming.
Yeah,
No logos, no nothing for Transformers anyway.
yeah. So
Oh wait,
Freezon is the red one and is the villain, and the other one is Natron, the Autobot.
oh no, because the script on the windshield even says Mustang, not Transformers.
Hmm,
Wow.
interesting.
Same way, and it's really weird too because on the packaging and on the box, it shows a yellow and blue Mustang,
Right.
but they only come in red and white. I have not. If the blue and yellow ones exist, I haven't seen them anywhere.
It's sun faded.
That's some sun fading.
Yep.
The blue yellows into red. That's the
So
common.
red.
Yeah, I because I did look these up after you showed them. Yeah, even the wiki's like, we don't know why there's blue cars on the box. Nothing like that is in the set.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Does the wiki have something a page just for the slot cars?
Well, for each character, Freezon and Natron each have pages. Oh yeah, here's the electric racing set. It has a page itself,
Oh, I
and
I
then
might need you to forward me that link because I'm going to end up doing a video on that before I put it away in the case.
It'll
okay.
be
Oh,
interesting when you do that video. If you're able to do any deeper research on it, if they even sold that in Canada, because I know the train set, which a lot of people forgot about. I think they had it here, but I don't even remember the slot car set or any mention of it anywhere or in a catalog, like
Hmm.
back when I was a kid.
I saw something in one of the groups tonight that blew my mind. It was a GoBots slot car set.
huh? I didn't know they made that.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's called GoBots Space Chase. And it looked awesome. It's by LGN, so the track is kind of like uh, grayish instead of the black that the Tyco track is. It's a different brand. It's weird because the two cars that come with it, one is Crasher, and that kind of makes sense. The other's Leader One. It's a jet with wheels. That
Seems a little unfair.
yeah, it would have made more sense if it was turbo. Just saying, but no, it was Crasher and Leader One.
At that point, why not put Cycle as the other vehicle?
Yeah, because
if they did Leader One.
they make motorcycle. They made motorcycle slot cars, so it wouldn't have been that hard.
Mhm.
I don't know if I got a picture of them in here. This is the sales thing that came with the set. I still have to get the instructions for it. Not that I really need them. It just I'm a completionist. No, it doesn't have any pictures of the motorcycles, but I swear to God, Tyco made motorcycle slot cars.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I fear your mic's out again.
Oh, I just said if anybody knew, it'd be you. So it's a reliable source.
Mm-hmm.
Just flipping this guy back and forth. Yeah, I sent you the links. So they have wiki articles for the track, Natron, Freezon, and the mysterious night glow substance that is meant that makes them glow in the dark. I'll make a page for anything there.
So I just have to ask this question because it's one of the new pre-orders that popped up on BBTS. Is there that much of a calling for Road Hauler that we have a masterpiece for him?
Well,
It's just
And
an
he's
easy redeco of Inferno and Grapple.
yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
they already made Grapple.
$215.
Oh,
Yeah, that's. I
He's
mean, that's
he's more than Optimus Prime.
really.
Prime is $199.
Which Optimus is it that it is?
MPG 17.
Oh, the Style Gen one that we were talking about last time.
Yeah.
To be
And
fair,
then-
he's
Yeah, I
just
think the
a trailer.
Road Hauler is
This
what just a
This is just
redeco
a
of the old
masterpiece.
MP.
Masterpiece G style MPG 18 Road Hauler.
Or
Yeah.
Fear, is it just the old? Just I mean, it's not a new mold. It's the old MP mold.
No, it's a green repaint of Grapple with. I think they fiddled with the accessories of it, but it's largely the same. To be fair, Grapple was a pretty big, complicated masterpiece. Yeah,
it's a mold from the old MP, like the true MP, not the modern MPG.
yeah.
Even though it's sold under MPG, that's
Style-
probably why it's more expensive, because it's an old MPG with the more complicated engineering rather than the semi-generation, semi MP-ish stuff now under MPG.
I'll tell you though, one thing I like about this is he still comes with the screaming face. It's one of the optional ones.
Yeah.
Look, you can see it on the bottom.
God, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some a set upgrade people made, like a kind of like with Cup having the e-cigar. For the
Mhm.
Energon cigar, some people made like road hauler e-cigar to use like Tuck does in the IDW comics.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
wonder if
I'm
that's why he's
fond of.
got this other face.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm fond of Holler. I'd be vaguely interested in getting a masterpiece of him just because it's funny and novel. I
at,
don't know about at that price, but
yeah, I was gonna say at
it's on my radar.
$215. I do like the
Yeah,
fact that his claw is operational.
yeah.
It opens and
Well,
closes.
The claw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was all stuff that Masterpiece Grapple had, so you can always see if you can scoop him up on the aftermarket. Technically, that's an animation accurate Holler too. So
Well, I wonder if they priced him a bit more because really there's 8,000 different versions of Optimus out there, whereas like there's not that many road haulers.
well, yes, and Style Gen Optimus is a very simple one. He doesn't have the trailer or anything. It's just the cab and
Me.
pretty basic transformation and stuff. So it makes sense that Holler would cost a bit more because it's a pretty complicated masterpiece with a lot of stuff.
Is that the one that I pre-ordered?
I still think he just doesn't exist. Cliff Jumper
Yeah.
just didn't know what his name was.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've actually got that same Optimus Prime on pre-order.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, there's no way you already have him.
No, not yet.
I'll be interested because that's one of the much like the hot rod we were talking about on Teletran One. This is the same kind of like they based his engineering on the Siege figure, but he comes with a bunch of accessories from a bunch of different Optimus Primes. Like you see, he's got the live action movie blades, and he's got the big axe from the Siege one, and a regular axe, and it's like every Optimus put together, sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was looking at, and I was like, yeah, I think he needs to be in that cabinet in there with the rest of the masterpieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hot rod looks a lot less interesting because it does look like they just took the Studio Series figure and blew it up. I think it's really just that.
Oh yeah, Tor Warp.
I'm so
Since
proud of
you're
myself for
into
being able to figure
Matchbox
out how
and
to
Hot
share a
Wheels,
screen.
I was gonna say this guy's pretty good.
You got to take the little
The
victory.
twin mill.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Hot Wheels Transformer.
I like him very much. I've been surprised. That's the first crossover figure I actually wanted to pick up. The only reason I didn't get the
Bone
was it
shaker.
bone shaker?
Bone shaker.
Because I couldn't get it. I didn't have the money back in when I first saw him because of broken arm crap but they only had him this last week. They just had a bunch of him left, but none of Bone Shaker. So I'll probably just order Bone Shaker offline.
Yeah, I heard the two
But
Hot
I'll have
Wheels
to
figures were
transform
both
him
pretty
into the
good.
car mode since I know you would know what the twin mill car would look like.
Yeah, apparently they're going to make more of them. I don't remember because the leaks just had the names of the Hot Wheels cars, like Twin Mill 2, which I understand is a whole different model of car, is getting a
Yep.
Hot Wheels collaborative as well. A bunch of others also. So they're gonna keep doing them.
And there's
Meanwhile,
I think there's main tree mills, like 1, 2, 3, and then there's the Braille twin mill, and then there's like the Super Twin Mill, the one that's basically it's like a sci-fi Tron-like version of Twin Mill with normally you would see it in the X racers, the X-ray racer cars with the see-through plastics for like the body. I think all of them, but like I got a version of each Twin Mill but one. Can't remember which though offhand.
I haven't seen any of the Hot Wheels Transformers locally, be they the little cars or the big cars. If I saw any of the little Hot Wheels cars, I would probably purchase them because I know they're not terribly expensive.
Yeah, it's normally anywhere from like $1 or less than $1, like 88 cents or something like that, to the places like charging more, maybe $2 max. Unless it's like a special subline, then there's some more expensive sublines will sell for like up to 5. But like the main line Hot Wheels, they're less to $1 to maybe not a little more than $2
Mm,
if you're just
that
getting
seems
them
to be
new off the shelf.
Oh yeah, there's the GoBot Space Chase.
I want it. I want it.
Well,
Put it
how
on
many?
your Christmas list next year
Yeah.
or your birthday list.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen a track that's not an RC car track that's not black.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Yeah,
LGN
almost
made
got
some
him
weird
done.
colored ones. Like the younger audience they're trying to appeal to, usually the brighter the colors. Oh man, I want it so bad.
There was
Okay,
someone
there it goes,
selling it.
Tor Warp. I'll try to pull it up. Top side and bottom. I mean, it's a profile.
Oh,
You
there
can
he is.
see
Yeah,
it.
there's the twin mill in
Yep.
very large form. They should make a track that these guys can use.
Oh, yeah, I might see while you get Gainer.
Definitely
God
lost
damn it!
sound there.
Just collapse, just offline. Yeah, there. I transformed the Optimus back again. Great figure. Worst movie. Good figure. I'll say this. I never regard like the designs of the Bayverse guys. They had their ups and downs. I never met a live action movie Optimus design that I didn't think looked good just on its own merits. So any one of those makes for a good figure,
Oh, that's funny.
regardless of the source material.
There's some hip hop movies back in the day that followed that exact protocol, where it's just like the movie was absolute like dumpster fire, but the soundtrack that came from
Yeah,
it, like we're still playing those songs to this day.
yeah. Uh, much like some of the Transformers movies, honestly. I see you got my list up there. Hey, that's a kind of cool track for GoBots. Why, yes, it
Yeah.
is for GoBots.
Nova, you should buy it, donate it to the Toy Warp cause. Yeah,
Hmm.
that sounds good, right?
Make a nice video out of it. Give
That
you
would,
repeated
yeah. Because I mean,
shoutouts.
who else is gonna have a video of that? You know.
And
And apparently, it's some kind of Canadian offering. The guy is in Canada that has it, and
oh,
it's got all the half French writing on it. We
Hey, that's not our fault. That's Quebec's fault.
sure.
Sounds like he disagreed with me.
Yeah, it's just not happening after Penelope going to the emergency vet. That was a very expensive trip.
Mm. She good now, though, right?
Yeah, it gave us a good scare. Have no idea what it was, but after $1,000 worth of looking and X-rays and fluids and anti-nausea medicine, they sent her home, told us to watch her, and she just slowly got better. So yeah,
okay.
scary stuff.
Hmm. I see you got my best of article up, which I'm always like, oh, these are going to be easy. This will be quick, and then it never is, and you think I'd learn every year because I'm always just like, oh, I only have to take like 2 new photos, but then the photo is every single one of these guys in their robot mode, and then every single one of them in their alternate mode. So those 2 photos, they take a while.
Well, let's see how quickly we can go through that.
Yeah, let's blast through that. If you want to
There we go.
blow it up.
So let's blow it up on the screen over here while I will.
There we go. And see, that's the photo of the 2024 class that I led off with. Yeah, so this is everybody that made my best of 2025 list in their vehicle modes, all next to each other. Well, the ones that have vehicle modes, because there's a couple of non-transforming things in there.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. So hey, I started with my extra category of the best thing I got that was not a transforming figure, and I put the little Epic World of Action Spider-Gwen on there because it's a great set of sub $10 posable figures, and this was the one new one that they did this year, and yeah, just a really nice little 4-inch GI Joe, Star Wars, whatever you want to call the scale, action figure. Yeah, because I always have a category for non-Transformer stuff that I review. I got her stealing the Goblin's glider because revenge.
Of course.
And I put the Goblin in the Family Guy death pose. Yeah, sort of an excuse to show off some of the other figures in the range.
Said and pay no attention to this picture that I'm fixing to send to you on Messenger. I've just got to transfer it to my computer somehow.
Wait, what?
I'm
It's gonna
writing
be
a
the
review.
strangest photo you ever did see.
No, I'm just writing a review on my Optimus Prime, and I'm trying to figure out how to get the picture to my computer from my phone.
Message
I was
it
like,
to
hey.
yourself on Messenger. You
That's
can literally.
Oh
strange.
yeah, I
message
guess I
yourself.
could message myself, couldn't I?
You literally can.
Thing
Yeah,
that
that's
I
how I
do
do it.
is I have a
I didn't
Discord
know that
server.
either until the cruiser chat. It's pretty busy freaking chat, and I kept sending just random pictures. Hey, pick transfer guys, never mind. Pick transfer guys, never mind the picture. And well, finally, hey, dumbass. Somebody said, hey, dumbass, you can just send it to yourself, right? Oh, well, yeah,
Yeah,
either way.
the thing I do is I have a Discord server that's just me, and I just call it the photo dump, and I just post the photos there when I want to transfer them to other things.
Hmm.
Well, now I got a use for that random whatever game I was on. I was the guild leader of.
Yeah. So I didn't. Probably the most interesting thing here was I didn't put Omega Prime on the best of list because I was like, this is so out of pocket compared to everything else. I'm not even sure how to rank it. So I'm just gonna mention it off the top. With my 4-part review linked there.
You still got that,
Is
right?
that? Yeah, of course. This is the highlight of my. This was probably the highlight of my year collecting wise.
Besides the maintenance.
Yeah, aside from the maintenance, I put a picture of that here and I mentioned it here. Like that's the other reason I put it on the honorable mention list. I had to have open heart surgery on this figure, and it didn't go very well. It ultimately worked, but it was harrowing. But yeah, this guy I settled on honorable mention because of how weird it is. Something I said in my writing was I'm like, also you either have this guy already or you are contemplating spending way too much money on the aftermarket. So my reviews of him were more so chronicling rather than recommending.
Oh, since I was away looking for the twin mills, was there any other, or was you this still the first one on your list you were talking about?
Oh, I also talked about the little 4-inch Spider Gwen briefly because I always have a category for the best thing I got that wasn't a Transformer.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And there's Blue Bolt, who really should get a standalone release because it's a very good deluxe that is stuck in this box set.
There we go.
Yep, there's the adventure.
Yeah.
After me mid surgery trying desperately not to lose the patient. It's like, live, damn you, live.
Twin mill.
Yeah. Okay, so now we start the actual countdown.
There we go.
My number 10 was VNR Optimus, the licensed Volvo Transformer. Just because it was really a novelty to have one that changed into a thing I've seen on the streets, even in red. And also, they just made a good sort of a general Optimus out of it. Like, there he is next to the Earthrise guy. Much like the style Gen figure that we just looked at. It's nice when they do a design that's not based on anything specific and it's just about vibes. Because they licensed it from Volvo, they were like, you got to make the truck mode look clean. So you can see he has the cleanest back of the truck that I've seen an Optimus have in a long time. That's why I put him in a lineup with other examples that were not very clean. The Volvo ones on the left. Yeah, you just paired up with Netflix Bumblebee, and again, I just like that he changes into something that you just find on the road normally.
Yeah, because you don't find very many cab overs on the road anymore.
Yeah, no.
I missed
Like I
that.
said, not only have I seen this specific Amazon delivery truck, but I've seen it in red. So it exists. This is a thing that exists. It doesn't change into a robot as far as I know, but I've seen it. It's real.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as I know.
That was on Prime Day. That can't be accounted for.
Yeah. Remember, he was supposed to be Amazon Prime, but then they decided they didn't want to do it, so they just released him as as a Volvo collaboration.
We should have.
Yeah. So number 9 on here is the Ninja Turtles Transformer, Party Wallop, who really complicated, a lot of stuff, very much worth the cost though because of all the things he comes with, and he can be any one of the four Ninja Turtles, and I have photos here of each of them. Very strange figure because it doesn't feel like he's a Hasbro Takara thing. Like if you told me Playmates made him, I'd believe you. But just the amount of stuff he does and the amount of accessories he comes with is really good value. He's having a snarl off with Death's Head.
I will say, as someone who does collect like Playmate stuff, it is higher quality than their transforming offerings. Believe it or not.
That's good to know.
So,
Yeah,
but a
like
lot of their stuff's also like organic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle to like something like a motorcycle or some sort of mechanical thing. Whereas this is a mechanical turtle man to mechanical vehicle, so that might help.
yeah. Something that you'll notice if you look through a lot of my reviews, whenever I need like a random bad guy or like a random guy to pair with other figures, I always grab Skullgrin. That's why he's there. It's just my go to.
Oh
I
yeah,
need a
yeah, yeah.
random person. Just something about him is funny. Yeah, and there's the van mode with a couple of those Spider-Man figures I like so much. Yeah, of course, controversially to some people because he doesn't transform. Number 8 would be the Blokey's 2007 Megatron that they did.
Oh, the champion class or whatever it's
Yeah,
called class.
the classic class. That's about the size of a deluxe, doesn't transform. Hella cheap. I wanted a 2007 Megatron because that's where I got my screen name from. This is the easiest, most affordable way to get one.
Yeah, I
There he
like the
is.
quality of their stuff because, like, what you would pay for a Gunpla in a similar size range, the 144 4 size, you might pay like. You can sometimes get their model kit like a Gunpla for $20 if you're lucky, but a lot of times I'll see them go for anywhere from 30 to 50 for something the same size as that Megatron, and same amount
Uh,
of complexity. And Blokey's is like 15 to 20,
you know,
and
I bought
sometimes you can
most
get
of
them
him
for
on
10 on
stream.
sale at Walmart. So
He's big and
big
complicated
difference.
enough. I didn't have time to finish him on stream, but I started him, so he's there in our archives. Yeah, just really posable, really expressive. I paired him with a Lego figure there, going after the cube like in the movie,
Oh, I like
and
it.
he has those really good looking light up eyes. So I got a couple of nice photos of that too.
This, uh,
For the first time, I saw Blokey's today. I have never seen Blokey's before, but I saw him at the toy show today.
Oh,
Yeah, they're kind of like sometimes you'll find them at Walmart or like a specialty store, but most of the time you just like have to get them at like specialty locations like conventions and toy shows and things. There
Yeah,
he
I'll
is.
explain why, 'cause I don't shop at Walmart.
There he
yeah, I
is.
will say if a good Blokey's release that was 2025 is the gold Bumblebee in the all gold box, because a lot of times with the chase figures of the blind box, the two blind box classes, it's only like the chase figures you get with the special finishes. But it's only like something like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 of it made. And it's just the rise of the beast, but it was redecoed like using gold plastic without minus the gold plastic syndrome. And it's pretty. Because I struggled. I know the Soundwave, the Action Class Soundwave, that came out last year, and the Golden Bumblebee that was limited to like 5,000, and it wasn't a convention. It was just U.S. exclusive, like retails and whatnot.
So in the seventh spot here, I put the second studio series attempt at doing Bumblebee movie Bumblebee. I liked the first one. A lot of people didn't, so that's why they made a new one. And you can see I compared the new one to the old one there.
Backwards.
They made him more screen accurate. Generally feels more like the guy. I noted that his articulation is kind of not great. He doesn't have a helmeted head, but generally he's an improvement over the old one. Still changes into a licensed VW, and yeah, as like I say in the writing there, I've always been a big fan of the movie, so having a good rendition of the guy from the thing is always a winner to me.
Oh,
That's a lot of the criteria on these lists whenever it comes to picking my top ones. If they made a good rendition of a character I like, that usually winds up really high up in high quality. just having fun posing them and transforming them. There's the licensed alternate mode. It is paired with remember, Haley Steinfeld voiced her in Spider-Verse, so I paired the two of them up. Yeah, and so number 6, as videographied by Toy Warp, Studio Series Transformers One Megatron, the best character in the movie, and a surprisingly good deluxe. With the thumbnail and everything. And this guy took me by surprise because he was just well engineered and well designed and just felt nice and transformed good and all of those things. The only thing that bugs me is he has the wrong fusion cannon. But yeah, that's all on video, and there's his tank mode. It's rare to see a good-looking Cybertronian tank mode. Usually they just pile all the robot stuff together and stick a turret on top, but this one was fun and could do a lot of different things. There he is beating up on Starscream.
Of course. Can't have a
Here's a hint.
Yeah. And there he is beating up on Optimus. I said the caption, if you have an Optimus, he's about to have a bad time. So number 5 is the guy in the middle there, Age of the Primes Generation 2 Grimlock, which is the Studio Series figure, which I never owned. And I got a chance to own him, and he's really
Oh, the G2 color.
And now he's in G2 Blue, which is my preference. And this ties into our discussion in the first half of the show, where I was like, what is the point of Masterpiece anymore? Because I have Masterpiece Grimlock, and during my review and in some of the photos down here, I compared them side by side, and I'm like, this new mainline, costing much less Studio Series figure, he improves on the Masterpiece in a lot of ways. There, lovely head sculpt. That's the cartoon guy through and through. Yeah, see, there he is. I compared them in my written review, and I'm like, the new one is better than the old Masterpiece, and the old Masterpiece isn't even a bad figure. It's just we can do mainline figures that improve upon them in just so many interesting ways. And there he is next to the original Generation 2 figure. I loved the fact that they color matched the shade of blue like 100% perfectly. Apparently, they didn't manage to do that with Slag and Snarl. Their green and red are a bit off, but this guy, no, same Pantones and everything.
So if these newer Transformers are getting to be Masterpiece quality, why are Masterpieces still so expensive?
That's the question.
Interesting.
Okay, all right. That went quite the ways. All right,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said during Teltran 1, longtime reviewer that I followed, TJ Omega, he posted a video, and he was literally just like, what is the point of Masterpieces anymore? I mean, they're larger, they have more budget, they have more accessories, they're a little bit more complicated, but fundamentally, the main line is at a point now where it can do the same basic stuff they do, just for a fraction of the price. Yeah. So for number 4, Legacy Cosmos, who used to be really rare and is now quite common, and it turned out that he was worth waiting for a version that I could get because he was also a really good figure. He's nice and animation accurate, changes into a pleasantly chunky flying saucer, and it's just a really good rendition of the character. And he also looks kind of like a hat. Yeah, and because he was from the Velocitron line, they gave him a racing checker flag for a checkered racing flag because the designers were like, we had to figure out a way to make him fit in with this racing subline, and they're like, well, he's the guy that waves the flag at the start of the race. There, done.
He's Transformers' answer to Lakuta from Mario Kart.
Yeah, basically.
Similar flight abilities, coincidentally.
Yeah, I had fun taking these photos. I have a little light up star backdrop that I used.
Yeah, like that's interesting.
Yeah, and number 3, I put down Russian Grimlock from Cyberworld because he's basically just an old-fashioned Beast Wars Ultra Class gimmick figure released in 2025 instead. Like, he's not very posable, but the amount of stuff he does and the way he interacts with the little figures is just so great. People are like, "Oh, he doesn't have elbows," and I'm like, "Well, he doesn't need elbows. He has a working spinning Gatling gun and changes into a mech that the other figures can ride." You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the mech suit's very kind of like Ridley in Aliens, the first Alien movie.
yeah,
That's what it makes me think of his mech form.
yeah. And you saw there he can split into a hover bike, and yeah, just this guy is just fun. And I wasn't expecting to like him as much as I did, but I really did. And also, he's a guy from a good show, which always helps. Yeah. So number two, I had to give it to Beachcomber. Um, and I said it's really funny because he's just the old uh, Power of the Primes one, but bigger and with more articulation. And he comes with a little bird. And there's me directly comparing them. But I'm like, hey, the old one was a really good figure, and the new one is just that but better. So he ultimately wound up rating really high. And again, he used to be super rare. They've given him a rerun so people can actually buy him now.
Actually, Toy Work, I'm going to throw a question to you. What vehicle is Gear supposed to be?
Gears, he looks like a GMC Top Kick.
Yeah,
Probably
the,
because they made Ironhide a GMC Top Kick in the first live action movie.
yeah, that's a bit of
Okay.
speculation. Yeah, there he is with his little bird, who is important enough to get be part of the name on the packaging because the official name on his box is Beachcomber and Paradise Parakeet.
Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can zoom in on the screen here.
The Golden Lagoon parakeet.
There's a meme waiting to happen.
Oh, whoa. There he is. Oh, you got an overlay going.
Oh man, every time I zoom in. Shit.
Uh, uh, there we go. He's got his little eyes. They
Yes,
painted little eyes on him.
the look on his eyes.
He's like, I'm surprised I'm here too.
Beachcomber's just a goddamn hippie.
Yeah,
You man, you want to smoke some energon?
yeah. I really like his story in the Skybound comics. And that's what I'm mentioning in the text there. So that helped too. I mentioned it on the show. He got thrown out of the Ark by Skywarp, which I dramatically reenacted with a photo here. He landed on Earth's moon. He got stuck up there until the 1960s when the Apollo missions happened, and he hitched a ride back on one of them. He found the Ark and was like, you know what? I'm not going to wake these guys up. And then he found an island somewhere to go chill for the next couple of decades.
It's quite a
And
storyline.
then yeah, and then the Autobots wake up and he finds them. He's like, "Oh God, it's all happening again. I have to come out of my seclusion and help." Yeah, and so the Fallen, aka Megatronus, that was my number one figure of 2025. And the thing that I noted in my text there was, it's rare these days for a leader class figure to really feel worth its value, but this guy is huge and complicated and looks great and has a ton of accessories and is really posable. In business, there's that chart where that triangle where it's like you can have something fast, cheap, or good, but you can't pick all three. Leader class transformers tend to be like that, but it's like the points on the shape are like big, lots of accessories, really posable. Like you can't pick all of them. Somehow they managed to give this guy all of them. Plus, he's a character from the Dreamwave comics that I never thought was going to actually just get a figure, so that's impressive too. Plus, he's on fire. Come on.
Fire.
Yeah. No, out of everything I got
Duncan.
this year, this one was my favorite. I had to rank this guy number one. Like, I debated some of the other placements, but he was the one where I was like, no, that guy wins. That guy wins.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's the other photo that it took me forever to take, the robot mode group shot of everybody. You know, it involves transforming everybody back into their other mode.
The class of 2025.
Yeah, eventually there'll be a class of 2026, but for now, these ones were my favorites. And there's a picture of the pink hot rod because I was like, what's coming next year? That's coming next year. Look forward to that. Just threw that at the end. Supposedly, it's releasing in March.
Yeah, how many were of the? It was 10 of them total, correct?
Yeah, I very
How many
limited
were
to.
leaders, voyagers, deluxes?
Okay, so
I
there were
don't think there
two.
was anything bigger than leader, was there? Not
No,
for the
well,
10.
Omega Prime was the honorable mention.
Yeah, but
I
there
was
was
like, how
like
do I even
honorable.
rate this? Yeah, but yeah, there were two leaders there, Grimlock and the Fallen. And Cyberworld Grimlock is huge. He's bigger than a leader, but he doesn't. He costs way less, so that's
Yeah,
variable.
kind of voyager-ish, I
Yeah. And
guess.
then most of them were deluxe. Okay, well, the Ninja Turtles collaborative, it costs as much as a leader class figure, so that's guy's basically a leader class. Um, but he, like I said in my review, he's complicated, comes with a ton of things, so he felt like good value for the money.
Yeah, I
Um,
was gonna say it's nice to see someone else that doesn't automatically put like the year's Titan or two, one or two Titans from the year on the list, guaranteed. Because
yeah,
most of my
it,
favorite figures from this year are like deluxes.
yeah. If you look through my, and I linked at the top of the article all my previous lists I've done. Usually they tend to be small guys that get number one, like deluxes basically. So me putting a leader class there was like, I was like, usually they don't make it this high, but this one's genuinely worth the price tag because it does everything right.
Yeah, because like the only leader I grabbed onto was Onyx,
Hmm.
probably because I like Beast Bot, Beast Transformers, and then it reminds me of Centaur Man from Mega Man 6. And
Yeah,
then
it's his
I
brother
also
is
like a
presented.
lot of the Transformer Prime Predacons. Like I have a lot of those. I mean, he's not as colorful as them, but
He is
shape
basically one of
wise, he
those.
fits right in with them. And then the only Voyager I really like was the I hate saying Armada Red Alert. I always think of him in the Japanese name, the Legend of Necron and Ratchet slash
Yeah,
Flatline mode. Those are the only like bigger than Deluxes I actually like this year.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how this year's going to go, but like this guy's definitely got contender to make the list because of how fun he is. So he might be on there at the end of next year. And of course, the fact that they're doing Studio Hot Rod in pink, and he did make the list a previous year. So I already got two that will probably be on next year's best of, and it's only January, so very promising year so far.
Yeah, I like I'm trying to think who I got that I only saw seen of as of this year. Arachnid. Were you here last week?
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, you would have saw her. I enjoyed her. And
yeah,
I'll admit, I felt intimidated just because it's so much to do and she's so delicate looking, but she's actually, I mean, a lot more adorable than she looks, and
yeah.
it's
I'm going to
not
be
too
picking that.
complicated once you've done it the first time.
Yeah, I'm going to be picking that one up soon. I got some gift cards, but she doesn't come out till February 1st here, so I'm waiting on it. But yeah, that will be mine eventually. Oh gosh, Missing Link Optimus Prime 119. That is I don't. That is the one that is the G1
Of the
figure with
trailer.
extra joints.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Now then, I want to show y'all what released, or what is
What
being released.
what is being released? I was gonna say I have that little deluxe version of him. I like that good enough that immediately made me stop thinking about the Missing Link version. Oh, fourth party KO Optimus Prime toy version with trailer. Oh, so it's a knockoff of the Missing Link?
And it's $50 cheaper.
Oh, there you go. And he comes with the trailer, which is the
Hmm.
important part. Let's hope the quality is okay.
For the reviews, everybody's saying it is. It's got a lot of steel in it.
Oh, okay. There's like video reviews
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff
a
already
video
too.
review of it side by side.
Yeah, everybody said it was great. It's just these missing links are just so pricey. Yeah, there he is. He comes with all the stuff, eh? There. If you're like me and thought the missing link cost way too much, this might be just what the doctor ordered.
Right, right. Like I've got a G1, so I've never thought, wow, I wish he had ankles. Um,
That's what these guys are for. What if he had
yeah,
ankles? That's
what if he
literally the
had
mission
ankles?
statement. What
Um,
if not a new guy? What if the 1984 figure had ankles? and also a matrix because he comes with that too.
Right, right.
Well, as we do our last call on Cybertron, I do want to mention that on January 31st, the Action Figure Comic Con, which all of us are going to be there at the Japanese Canadian Culture Arts Center. We're going to be streaming there live and just talking to a whole bunch of people, just like we do at TFCon. So it's going to be a fun day, and then we also have another table beside us that some people will be selling figures and everything. So a bit of everything. So some interviews, some figures, and lots of cosplay, lots of cool things that are going to be at this convention.
hmm I earlier this week and just found this really funny. I have a bad sense of time. I thought January 31st was next weekend, and no, it's 2 weeks from now.
You're not the only one. Someone else is like, "Isn't that next week?" And I'm like, "Oh, 2 weeks from now." I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Like,
That's good because I was like I've done nothing to prepare and I was panicking a bit and I'm like, oh, I just gained an extra week. That's totally how this works.
That's how it works.
And it's still entirely plausible that I won't have time and just have to wing it. But I have a little more time.
It's okay. I mean, after a while, certain elements of stuff is on autopilot, and then that panic factor kicks in a couple of days before. Just make sure that everything's good. But that's one of the updates upcoming up. And I mean, also with our website. So go to childrenofprimus.com and I know during the holidays, while updating clients' websites and updating on our site, ours just gave me a whole bunch of database issues and stuff. So essentially, you could just picture like a computer burning in the background and me just like slamming a bat at it. Like that's the kind of.
No, you're supposed to use a fire extinguisher, not a bat.
That's
The bat's made of wood. That will also catch fire.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, since you mentioned the Twin Mill 2, and then this is a Twin Mill 1. So I was looking at it and it's like, considering the way to design this is, I don't own a 2, but a 2 doesn't have a fin kind of, a tree kind of has a fin, not a quite a true spoil, it just has an implied spoil shape in the back. Don't know if you can kind of see the shape of the back difference.
Yeah, interesting. It'd be interesting to see how they change into how they
But they
interpret.
could do a twin mill too. Just change the the engine so it has the little the actual park of the engine just on the top and just the pipes on the side and then the main car body on the side here. And it doesn't, and you wouldn't have to really do much. I think. I mean, granted, again, I don't have a toy of a twin mill two. It looks like maybe some of the front hood shape is a little bit more harder, a more extreme slope, whereas twin mill one is more of a flat hood with a slider curve to it. But I mean, I could see him just be like, okay, redo the little engine guns, tailpipe things, and just redo that, and that would be easy because I mean, tree would be a lot more involved for them to do, unless because those engines are a lot more involved than even the one because they're the little dinky things on a two. I mean, on our original twin mill. Get them both on there.
I'd be more
So,
impressed if they do Diora 2. That'd be really cool to see Diora 2 as a transformer.
Let me see if I can find who's been leaked.
yeah, I saw there's two that I hadn't had a chance to look up with the cars. There's two new cars that they hadn't already done in some capacity, and then Twin Mill 2, which will probably, maybe they'll just like
Yeah.
Toy Warp. Do you know if there's much difference in the car body for Twin Mill 1 versus 2, or is it mainly just the engine and the pipes that are different?
No, the bodies are completely different. But you got to
Different.
know
Okay.
what you're
Yeah, I
looking for
couldn't.
when you look at them.
Yeah. So here's
Yeah,
the
because it looks
three
like
that
there's more of a
leaked.
slope, like it's
The,
more rounded the hood, whereas this twin mill one is more, you know,
Pancakes.
Whereas Twin Mill 2 has more of a, that. I mean, I'm looking at the little picture on the wiki, so it's kind of hard. I mean, the rear end, mm, yeah, and of course it's brightly colored. It's like that bright neon yellow green, so it makes it hard to see the rear end. It just kind of blends in with the white.
Yeah. So the three listings that leaked are Twin Mill 2, obviously, then also El Segundo Coupe and GT Scorcher. So those are going to be the next three.
Disappointing.
Well, why? As a non-Hot Wheels person, I genuinely don't know.
They're just boring cars, especially GT Scorcher is just a regular car. The Diora 2 is kind of like half van, half pickup. It's got a lot of history behind it, with Hot Wheels being the sequel to Diora 1, which was one of the original 16 from 1968. And also, it was the Heroes car from all of the Hot Wheels series, Highway 35, Acceleracers, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, since I know Tour Warp hates electric cars, how do you feel about the E twin mill in your house? It's like it's heresy. It's
Not in
like,
my
why
house.
have it be twin mill if it's just an E car with no expansion engines or intakes or anything?
Yeah, that seems pointless because
I
we
mean,
have
even the
It
Braille
has
has
twin electric
exposed
motors.
engines.
we have
Like
twin mill
the
in
flying car has engines.
Forza.
This
We have
doesn't.
a lot of Hot Wheels cars in Forza, and it's already a pain in the ass to drive because it's like 1,200 horsepower. The motor is sitting in the absolute wrong spot to get the car to handle. Um,
Mhm.
it is already a nightmare to drive. I don't need an electric one now
Wow.
too. No, no, thank you.
All right. Well, let's round up as I know Magnus has an image on the screen, but Shiva Kobe catching us just before we're
Shiva.
rounding up. Back from Ultra Costco Run, and I figured out that Age of the Prime Hound is the same figure as Buzzworthy Autobots United, so I didn't end up pre-ordering it as I already got Autobots United 1.
Yeah, she's talking about the 40th anniversary one, and to be, basically, it's like you don't want that gift set of like 5 figures that had the Hound in it. Well, now we're finally giving them a solo release without any changes, basically. That was a good gift set, though. If you didn't have most of those guys, it was worth it.
Cool. And then
So
Magnus, what do you got on the screen here?
I ordered this one. Of course, she's on pre-order right now, so she has
Oh
not
yeah,
come out
Slipstream.
yet.
I'd
But
be really
yeah, this is
interested in how
Violet
these.
Hour.
I'd be really interested in how these handle in person because I've had, I
That's why I'm getting it. I want to check this one out. It's got good reviews,
yeah.
and I really like that Decepticon purple all over.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because what I heard was like, okay, so I had bad experiences with previous Make Toys Seekers. I had their G2 Starscream, and it was like a floppy mess. But that was a long time ago, and I did hear that they refreshed and reinvigorated the mold, so it wasn't like suffering from all that like loose floppiness. So I'd be interested in what a new one is like quality wise.
It just sounds bad in so many ways.
Yeah, well they released a whole bunch of new colors,
Yeah.
and uh, yeah, it's going to go away when I
Spin,
grab
stop it. You're gonna respawn. Someone's gonna have to go to Orton's to pick you up. Knock it off.
Yeah, mine's just closed until 5 in the morning, so you'll be stuck in there for a while.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I
It's
think the
open.
one here that I live walking
It's
distance
open
from is
late
like
here.
5 to 5.
that they released 7 new Seekers in different colors.
Oh yeah, they're fully just making them up at this point. They're not even based on things. A lot of them.
They
But
might as well do what, like, have kind of like how you can get custom Converse. Just have it that you can order custom Seekers from this third party
That would
company
be
and
a
just pick your own
great
color scheme.
idea.
That
if
actually, yeah, I could see that doing well. So
if
Imagine
they might
the
get
color.
Hasbro mad at them, but
Hasbro, if you
if
do that, we want a nickel for every one of them sold.
Exactly.
yeah if Violet Storm comes in and it's good, then this will be the next one that I order.
Isn't it the
Tangerine
creamsicle one?
Swarm. I
Tangerine Swarm.
I think they just made this up. It's sort of like Generation 2 Starscream, but it doesn't quite match. I there's a Chance I'm wrong, but like I'm pretty sure they just made this whole deco up.
Yeah, the solid black one sold out. The solid white one sold out. The solid red one sold out.
Either that, or it's from like a
Shit.
sticker album or something, because they have some weird ones that you can only find in places like that.
So you could
And then
use a
from
cool
BBTS,
customizations with like a solid white one.
Hmm.
the solid white one looks like a mistake, and that's what people are talking about. That it is too plain. This is a Mapala loot at BBTS, so I've got 90 days before he's going to auto ship. So we're going to see what else hits it because there's like 97 pre-orders at BBTS on my account.
Wow.
I could see the white one. Maybe it's meant to be a one for people to customize because there's the Planosaurus of the T Rex that comes uncolored, both
Mhm.
the skeleton and the actual dinosaur skin. So you can just paint it up, and it's meant to be paint up the way you want. So maybe that's what the deal with that is. Kind of like blank comic covers.
The car mode for Windcharger really gets me. I never understood that. Um, the original toy was the Pontiac Trans Am, but
Yeah.
in the cartoon he was changed around, probably because of licensing or something. But and then they re-release him, and he's still not a Trans Am. He's the goofy looking made up car from the cartoon.
Well, it's a case of in the '80s when they made these, the car companies didn't care if you were making vehicles of their products, so he wasn't licensed. But in the 21st century, you need the license if you're going to make the car, and uh, they don't want to do that. Partially because then it's taking a chunk out of each figure's budget, and also a lot of times working with car companies designing transformers opens up the door to problems. Like the designers have talked about, they'll be like, you can't have it transform this way because we don't want brake line, transformation seams across these parts of the car. You have to paint the exterior even if it doesn't need paint. Plastic will do because we want it to have paint, and then that takes away from the deco budget for other parts of the figure.
Yeah, Pontiac's
Uh,
not going to be that demanding.
Oh, they
Right.
were. A lot of this comes from one of the designers very politely complaining about it on the Instagram post for Studio Series Rise of the Beast Mirage, who was a
Oh
Porsche.
God.
Yeah, it was a
Um,
Porsche product. That's why.
oh yeah. So I a lot in the 21st century, if they want to make a wind charger with his original alternate mode, they got to get the license. They don't want to do that. They'd rather just make the figure have a animation accurate robot mode. Vehicle mode is as close as they can get it. That's good enough in
Still,
their
still
mind.
didn't make any sense why they didn't put it in the cartoon because Trans Ams were freaking everywhere in cartoons. It was in Pole Position. It was in Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines, Turbo Teen. I mean, if I sat and
Yeah,
thought about it, I could probably come up with 10
and
of them that had the third gen Trans Am like he is.
yeah, that I
Because that thing
admit is
was
weird because
everywhere.
And it's
it doesn't seem
because
like they had a problem with that. Like Bumblebee was still drawn as recognizably as a VW, and nobody complained on the
He
show.
even said, "Try stepping on a bug" in the cartoon.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
so I don't know. I don't know why they would make the choice for one and not the other.
But
well,
with the '80s, Smokey and the Bandit and Cannonball Runs,
mhm,
classic Trans Ams in both of those. Uh, No one gave a damn, and it was known to be the fast car
mhm.
because of Smokey and the Bandit. It was the car that you could get away from everything.
Well, what about in terms of because I mean there's a Smoking and Bandit Trans Am, and then there's the newer model that's kind of more based on like the Knight Rider series.
Okay,
There's
sorry.
yeah. Well, I was no. What were you going to say?
There are three Smokey and the Bandit Trans Ams. There's the
Right.
77 from the original 77 movie, the
Okay.
79 from the 79 movie, and
Oh,
then for the 83 movie that us Smokey and the Bandit fans absolutely do not talk about, that is the third gen pop up headlight Trans Am,
mhm.
but it had the wrong driver. Long story.
Wow.
But
Okay.
that's what there's three different Smokey and the Bandit Trans Ams.
I was just thinking in terms of Trans Ams. There's so many Transformers that are Trans Ams. So I mean, in terms of if they were to get that licensing or do it properly, they could basically do like all the figures that fell under the Trans Am. Like, I think
Wind Charger, Run Amok, I think was a Trans Am.
yep, one of the Micro Masters is a Trans Am, and let's see, one of the Omnibots, I believe, is also a Trans Am, and then I think there's one or two others,
Yeah.
including
That
kids.
Knight Rider, the Knight Rider there, they paid the money for the licensing because they
Right.
were like, that's important. People are buying this because of the car he changes into.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Pontiac disassociated themselves with it after the first season because they couldn't take all the people coming into the dealership asking for the kit edition.
Right.
Yeah, and Pontiac's like, we don't make that, dude. So Pontiac after that, it's like, hey, yeah, you guys have the cars you have. That's all you're getting now. Get out.
Wow.
Well, if they say we don't make that, my question is why not? Seems like you're leaving money on the table.
80s GM, man. I'm just, the
Yeah.
decision making wasn't.
You know,
Well,
let-
you go ahead, paint it black, make it look like the show. You just turn it around, you know.
I guess
love
good
it.
old Generous
You can get the
Motors
parts
wasn't
now.
so generous in the 80s.
There's
As my
two of them.
grandpa used to call them. Generous Motors.
There's two of them here. One of them's almost complete, and one of them looks like it rolled off of the set. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, the one that's almost complete, it's even got the big air brake flaps that pop open on it.
Oh, Super
Okay.
Pursuit mode.
The
Yeah.
Super Pursuit mode, that's cool.
We actually got that in for the last Forza Horizon. They gave us regular kit, and then you can put the body kit on it for Super Pursuit mode. And it actually, like, I don't know if you know, but race cars have what's called aero. They have wings that help keep them glued to the ground. And when you put the Super Pursuit mode on it, it actually helps the car handle better and keeps it glued to the ground.
That's cool.
It's like a 300-mile-an-hour car, man. It's ridiculous.
That's cool. All right. Well, on that note, as we round up our last call on Cybertron and the end of the Frenzy Freestyle Sunday Teletran 2, always thank you guys for hanging out and for everyone in the comments hanging out. I think it's a quiet night this evening. I think everyone's just been taken out by the snowstorm, at least on this side of the border. To where work was hanging out with
Yeah, let me look outside.
palm trees and and beautiful weather
Yeah,
out
no
there.
snow.
So
We had flurries earlier today, but nothing's supposed to be sticking. No accumulation.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Magnus, is it like tomorrow or later or like a day or two from now we get like the 2 nights in a row? I think.
Single digits? Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Tomorrow night it'll be 9. Tuesday it'll be 7. Friday night it'll be 7 again. Saturday it's going to be 3.
As Tor Works would say, don't say those bad words to me.
Yeah, the high for next Saturday is 16 degrees.
Oh.
that's quite
I hope
drastic.
Little Mango
My
doesn't try
peepee's
to
already
go out in
shriveled
that
up
cold.
enough from hearing those temperatures. I don't need any more help.
20s are bad enough.
Yeah, so you guys are Fahrenheit. Us in Celsius, we deal with minuses. Almost minus.
Oh, I know.
Well, on that note, I'm going to round up and say to all are one to everyone. So have a good night and to all are one.
Till all are one.
All are one.
All are one.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.